right?
Listen, the R.T.V radio show is back, is back. I'm so grateful to be here. How are you, Brother Nance? It's been a while.
You already know, I'm burning the incense, getting my atmosphere right. We back restoring the village, restoring the airways. You already know.
Yes, we are back with the Restoring the Village. We are looking forward. If anyone is, I did a little live just for a moment on my phone, but if anyone is watching on my live, please go and look at the full view of the show. We are again back from Baltimore with love, is the hat that Brother Nance have on.
Shout out to
Um,
Gangsta.
it has been a few months, but we wanted this first show to kind of be like, where have you been? Look, even our producer put season 6. I didn't even realize how long it's been, but we've been around for a great time and a great amount of time here in the city. One of the things we want to continue to do is to make sure that we highlight the good that's going on in our hood. So anything that's going on in our community that's positive, we got enough, outlets. But we also want to bring some highlight to anything that's going on that has some issues that we need to talk about. So some of those things may not always be positive, but we want to make sure that we remain a platform, all right, that is for the people. So I think I just wanted to make sure that we understand that we're still here. We took a little break. I'll tell you what I've been doing, and I'm gonna make sure that Brother Nance let you know what's going on his end. But on my end, I was taking a mental health break from life. On top of that, I actually also went through some training to become a mental health advocate. I have started a support group.
Wonderful support group, might I add. Saved my
Oh,
life.
thank you.
Saved
So
my life. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm supposed to be his accountability partner, but he ignored me when I called him. Just
Wow.
kidding. But I want to make sure that people know that we're here. We're not going anywhere. But that's kind of what we've been doing on my end. And how have you been, Brother Nance?
You
It's
know,
glad I'm glad to be back. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I've been, I just been, surviving and thriving and, doing all the different ups and downs, traveling a little bit,
Yes.
reconnecting, restoring, just
Restoring ourselves,
yeah,
right?
and really just taking this, my 45th rotation. I'm gonna be 46 this year.
Ooh.
And 45, if you do the mathematics, is 9, and that's the rebirth. So I know
Mm,
that it's a lot of things that I have to rebirth within myself in order
yeah.
to really operate at my high self. So I just been really just tapping in and really just going through the processes of the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of just business, life, and just discovery. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I've been good. I just been discovering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it definitely was a time to reflect, and like you said, restoring ourselves.
Mhm.
It was just a time to make sure that we know. They always say you're no good to anyone if you're not good to yourself, and so we want to make sure that we know that we got pulled back into ourselves as well. And I think that's kind of what I did, even though preparing to be there for others. Had training here and there, but this was all also was a reflection of helping myself out. So it was a well needed retreat, I
Still,
would say.
I'm still waiting for the information. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna be mental health advocate and your boy ain't out there with you advocating? What's going on?
I don't know. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna restore this thing together. As I stated, I am going live for a moment on my phone, just to let you know what. Oh, miss you, Tasha. But just to let y'all know that we are here. But it is on our page, so if you see the full interview shared on my page, make sure you share it or tune in from there so you can see both of us. As I stated, I'm just trying to make sure people know that we're here and that the show is back. Again, very excited. We're looking forward to having again highlighting and spotlighting community leaders and community members.
And not
Maybe
just
even having
community
some,
members, and not just community members in Baltimore. Like, 'cause the
yeah.
village is the whole world. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, we
so
might we might tap into some things, beyond. Absolutely. And also just having some. This is election season, so we want to be that platform to bring some candidates in to hear from them. Not only just the candidate, but also maybe those that are in office that we want to know how does your department work. I think we need to make sure that we're educating those in the community as well. Brother Nance has talked about some ideas as well, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Look at
yeah,
look, he's ready.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just, like I was telling Diamond K before, like before we got on airs, like, it's time right now where as though we go through peaks and valleys, one in business, peaks and valleys in information. And at this point, it's more of really putting yourself out there to be the solution, you know what I'm saying? And really putting yourself in position to have a bigger reach, you know what I mean? And when I think
Yeah.
of village, I think of like global. It's a lot of people doing dope stuff in different
Hmm.
that we can really share understandings and resources. So like I'm just looking forward to just reaching out to brothers and sisters in other cities doing dope stuff, other entrepreneurs that are doing things. I'm really looking forward to educating our listeners,
Yes.
not only just on issues but solutions and having health tips and I'm just looking forward to just giving them everything that it takes to restore a village. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
takes a lot, you know what I mean? And so I just want to make sure that as we're, developing and growing and adding to our toolbox that we're
Hmm.
able to share the tools with our community, you know what I mean? Our virtual
Absolutely.
community, our radio community. So, I'm excited
Yes.
about that, to be honest with
Yes. Well, listen, I've definitely been very busy on my end. And I know Brother Nance has been as well. But we would love, as I stated, to hear from you all because as you stated, we're a village and we're supposed to be working together or at least collaborating to build a stronger city and a stronger community and village. And so I'm really looking forward to who will be coming on. We're starting to build our guests now that will be coming on the show. We're going to be again staying on Mondays at 7 p.m. So hopefully you're going to look forward to Mondays at 7. What did you call it before?
what manifesting Mondays.
Oh, well, look, he done gave another name. Manifest. I like that one too. Manifest Mondays.
But that's an easy one. I forgot what it was called. It was like Magical Mondays or
It
something
was
like
something we can call all of that magical manifestation. Like it's listen, we are here. It's for our mental as well. Like you might have had a really rough
yeah, like mental
day.
health Mondays, or I forgot what it was. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes. So we've already had some people that had some interest about coming in as well. So I'm really excited about that. Look, I'm working on my little office too. So I'll be in here
Okay,
doing my one-on-one support groups. Well, support
okay,
group and my one-on-one
okay,
supports. So
okay. That's
working on
needed.
that.
That's 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 needed. Like when I found out that you were doing that, like that's why I reached out to you that one day. I was like, yo, it wasn't by coincidence that you
Hmm.
in that world because honestly, I was talking to a brother earlier today, and it was just so many commonalities we had, not knowing. I called him on something else, and we
Yeah.
wound up building on a whole different wave. And
Hmm.
and we both agreed, like we do need to create. That's one thing about my space at Legendary Lifestyle Cafe on 1301 North Broadway.
Hmm.
Like that's what we created our space for: community, culture, and wellness for like people to come have conversations. Sometimes it's not always about money or renting
Hmm.
the space out or coming to buy a ticket for anything. It's like, yo, sometimes it's about coming to fellowship. And if you feel compelled to purchase something while you in the place of business, that's fine. You know what I mean? If you
Hmm.
don't, that's fine too. It's more
Yeah.
about releasing some of a lot of us are carrying weight on us that's not food related. We're carrying stress, mental weight, spiritual weight. Like we're carrying so much weight
Yes.
and
Yes.
baggage that what I mean, it weighs us down. And right
Hmm.
now, especially while we're dealing with a war that's happening, prices are rising on things like people going to start getting more desperate. You know what I mean? It's you got to really pay attention. Like this is where we really need to start digging deep in and start really reading more and really start really tapping into the mental health and getting strong circles and finding safe spaces for young people
Hmm.
to talk in. You know what I mean? Like that's really my goal. Like I said, no youth. My motto for this year is no youth left behind. You know what I mean? We talk about everything else, but no youth should be left behind as all us adults are figuring out, oh, we can make money doing this and that. Like pass that energy on to some young people so they can see it and that while they in the area of things being seem a little dim, get them
Right.
some light. You know what I mean? Like that's why I wrote a book with some girls. It wasn't for me to my program owns the book, but the girls, you know, they can sell the book forever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they can get the book and they get it at a good price and they can sell it. But now it created them the opportunity. Now they like, you know what, brother Nance, Mr. Nance, I'm a published author. I want to create my own publishing. I want to write books under my publishing. That's what it was about. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I'm not going to hoard the information like,
Yeah.
no, you need to come
Oh.
through me. I'm the gatekeeper. No.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's the problem. Like we got too many gatekeepers and we're not giving the youth an opportunity so they can create their own gates. You know what I
Right.
mean? They can let their young people and their friends in. Like we can't be the only ones talking to young people, man. Like they want to look at people that look like them, that's their
Yes.
age, that they see
Yeah.
thrive. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you know, luckily I'm still young and, you know, I'm still fly and all that. So, you know what I mean? I can still relate, you know, I'm still relatable to the young folks, you
I'm
know what I'm
still
saying?
flat.
You know, I'm still young, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like when I told I was around a group of people, when was it, yesterday? And I was like, yeah, I'm 45 years old. And they was like, 45? What? Well, you look so young. And da, da, da.
Yeah.
I said, I feel young. I said, you know, I feel younger now than I did when I was 25. And I felt great at 25. And he was
Yeah.
like, damn. I said, so do you understand what I'm telling you? And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's like, it's the reverse fountain of youth. And it's not about like, working out and all that. Yes, working out is crucial. Eating well is important, but it's about what you feed your mind. It's about that mind. Because with the mind ain't right, you can't do the physical exercise. You can't
Yeah.
eat right. You can't budget no money. You can't
Yeah.
plan no vacation. You can't do no self care. You can't do
Your
anything.
mind, listen. That's why I
Why,
took a
why you
moment
sound like that?
just to, huh?
You sound like a robot.
Oh, really? Is it? I don't know. Hopefully it's not. But I was just gonna say that your mind is a lot. Like you have to really feed it, and take care of it. So hopefully you all here, and it wasn't on my end. But yeah, definitely what Brother Nance said is that our minds, we have to make sure that we are feeding it, and that we're taking care of it. So a lot of times, what I'm talking about is like self care. And that was the reason why I took that time to actually, just pull away for a moment, just to make sure that I was pouring back into myself. And also, when we keep pouring out to others and we're not really replenishing ourselves, like you can have a lot of sicknesses. And I saw all of that coming my way. So I just want to make sure that, that we are taking care of ourselves. So that was a very important message that Brother Nance was saying. Brother Nance, I don't know if that was your end, my end, but hopefully everybody heard.
Diamond K said, Diamond K, our wonderful producer. Shout out to Diamond K, man. Like the best in the world. You know what I mean? Diamond K do it the right way. That's why I
He
rock
does.
with
He
He
is
do it the right
perfect.
way. Like he do it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he can go in any bag he want, but he's staying. It's easy to do what everybody else doing. It's hard to be different. So I just appreciate that Radio 5 stands for something and not just,
On
doing
fire television.
radio on 5 television. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, cause
We
you
came back
know,
we came back. He has a different brand.
no,
The On
because
Fire television.
there's a lot of thought leaders out here that I respect, and like one of them is like Dame Dash, and he talks about like living for your last name and representing your last name, and you know what I mean. And I innately always done that, and it's interesting that my son called me today, and he was like, "Dad, I talked to my uncle Jamal, and he was like, he was telling me, I always remember, because my son about to graduate high school, so
Mhm.
he done had a little up rocky time, but he's pushing through, you know what I mean, doing his thing." You know what I mean? And so he was like, yo, Uncle Jamal told me, yo, I'm living for my last name, even though I already knew that.
Mhm.
Like, but dad, it just felt good to hear reassurance. And I was like, damn, those are the things that we gotta continue to press into our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not just living for yourself, you're living for those behind you and those that was ahead of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
While you're living in the now. You know what I'm saying? Like while you're living
Mhm.
in the right now, like I don't wear a watch because people ask you what time it is. I say it's right now. The time is right now. What we doing right now? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how we doing right now. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
like, yeah, man, I'm excited to like what we gonna build this season, man, because you know I'm definitely walking in a different season than I was 2 seasons ago. I can tell you that for sure. You know,
Oh yeah. I know I am. I'm on fire. Listen, I'm on fire. Taking that break, I mean, it meant it did a lot. Like I just want to share this as well. February, um, it was a self check month, and I checked everything. I did everything health wise, mental, social. I took some things off of my list, off of my schedule. And there were some health scares. There was some things that was going on. There was some times when my doctor was like, "You need to do XYZ." I know Brother Nance may not want to hear this, but I went to the doctor one day, and they were like, "You in a hypertension crisis."
Stress.
And it
Stress.
wasn't so much of like necessarily, I don't even know if it was hereditary, um,
Stress.
or I don't think it's anything I ate. Like, I never had a history of high blood
Stress.
pressure. But guess
Stress.
what? She said stress. She said
Stress.
not say everyone, but so many people during this pandemic, they don't realize how much they're putting on their bodies. And so
Yes.
even though I took that break, I really had to really like just step back and say, what are some things that I need to take off, and I took more things, believe it or not. And I didn't realize all that I've already taken off. And I still got a lot on my plate. I didn't realize how much I was holding, how much I was handling. And
And,
so I really think that really made a big factor. And so it really launched that whole support group, letting people know that self-care is important, and that as frontline, we have to make sure that we can always, it's easy to pour out to others, but we're seen to be neglecting ourselves. And
right.
so yeah, I really appreciate that downtime of really just reflecting and doing that, and something great came out of it,
Yeah,
you know.
like I mean, that's why I took a social media break. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I took like almost a month and a half, close to 2 months social
Hmm.
media break from off of Facebook, and it felt great. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I actually, it definitely hurt my business a little bit, but
Hmm.
I understand how to use it a little bit better now for like what I want to use it for and how to
Hmm.
engage with it so it don't impact my mental health. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like, and so, that time gave me some time to really see like, okay, you need to get, like you said, get organized for yourself and,
Yeah.
figure out like how you want to move your pieces on your chessboard. Because ultimately you are in control of your chess.
Hmm.
Ultimately, no one really controls your move. Can they impact your move? Yes, but do they control your move? No, because you
Yeah.
have options. But if you don't put yourself in a position to understand or overstand the options that you have in life, like you said, taking the mental health breaks and
Hmm.
disconnect. Like I'm 20, like I think 20 days now, maybe 21 days off of no alcohol. You know what I mean? And I feel great. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
that's what is restoring the village is about, being honest with yourself so you can
Hmm.
restore the village around you, so you can restore the people outside of you. You do what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to give from an empty cup no more. I don't want to give from a cup that's empty, diluted, or anything like
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
And it's funny that it started with just like I said, for me, it started with me just taking a class and knowing I can't juggle it all. But I felt like God was just like, you need a downtime. And during that time, it was reflection. It was like, hey, your health is important. Now, thankfully, overall, I'm healthy. But when I knew that the stress part can play a role, and that's a silent killer. Like, that can just kill you. They were like, you're at stroke level. And I really had to like stop everything. And just like, just really reflect and find ways that I can. I always love doing the radio show, so I feel like it's not going to be anything to start it. And I didn't want to keep pushing it out. I really miss being on here. I really miss, bringing people, to the show and just talking. So this has been a blessing, as well as, like I said, the support group. If anybody, could use
the
that.
support, how do a person connect with the support group?
So that's where I was about to go. I was about to do the plug. So yeah, we do a support group every Thursday at 7 p.m., but we're not on social media per se. We're not going live. We're not putting our business out for the world to say, see, this is a private support group, and it is through Zoom. So I'll probably just share the flyer again. And then I also do some one-on-one. If I see fit for someone to do a talk, with me one-on-one, I've been doing that. That's the reason I'm working on my little office here. But that has been very peaceful, especially as a support group, because we all need someone to talk to. Brother Nance was there. I mean, he's come to a session, and it's been a phenomenal time.
You helped me out tremendously.
Yeah.
I ain't just saying that because you're my friend. Sister, like that joint was powerful, like you know what I mean. And the young brother, he sent me some literature. The next day I got to reach back out to him. I just been really busy, just trying to recenter. But that moment was needed. So yeah, support group, sure.
Yeah. I always tell people, I don't knock anything. For me, always been like some kind of support group. Even when I lost my husband, I went through a life after loss support group, and that was helpful. But what I want to say is like the way the world is going right now. Like if you need a therapist, please seek a therapist. If you need a support group or have someone that could be an accountability partner, like the way things are going, like people are like 2 minutes away from like just zapping, to be honest. And so we need an outlet. We listen, during this pandemic, even during the pandemic, that 2 years, people have been cooped up, and now it's like just they're angry. Even when we look at the school systems, our students, they're fighting. They don't know how to really let out their emotions. And so that's another thing that will be happening, helping with our students as well. But we just want to let people know it's okay to talk, talk to someone. So
yeah, that's the best thing I ever did was get me a therapist. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I'd have got a therapist 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie. Like that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I particularly chose a black lady therapist, you know what I'm saying? Or intentionally, you know what I mean? Just for that energy, you know what I mean? And so it's been a life-changing thing. So yeah, man, therapy is good.
This is Women's History Month, by the way, everybody.
Can't do nothing.
If you know somebody that you think we should spotlight, bring them on. Well, hopefully next week we can probably spotlight some women in the community.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of great women. There's a lot of great women in the world doing great work. Black women, white women, Spanish women, all women. Women are winning in the world. I appreciate y'all.
Women are winning. Did y'all hear that?
Women are winning in the world, and y'all winning ways are contagious. It is respected, and Brother Nance, love y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh, look at that, ladies. Listen, if you all are on here, Brother Nance just said the women are winning. I love that. And I thank you for that. And you know what? I want to say, not to kind of go back to the support group, but I am so excited for what's to come because it just started. And you know what, Brother Nance, I think even when you were on, it was still powerful. But last week was very powerful. And guess what? It's the men. The ones that they say,
that's
the men don't come to
you gotta let your boy. We're gonna talk off the air.
Sorry to say, it's not
right, so I can, mean that.
All I'm saying is that the men got it out. Listen,
the brothers, we are backed up. Like we got a lot of shit to get out. Like we are backed up. You know what I mean? Like brothers, like you'd be surprised how many times I've been in men's circles and men just be in that joint just crying, just because they finally got to talk. You know what I mean? They finally got to let it out. Like, you know what I mean? I was on vacation meditating, right? I was on vacation meditating, and I haven't meditated deeply in a very long time, probably like a couple years. And this was the first time that I actually was very intentional with my meditation. And throughout the meditation, I felt water. I felt something was going to happen.
You said
that. When I was going through my motions on my like Tai Chi and the moves, I was trying to push whatever was coming down up. And all of a sudden, I just started crying. I'm talking about hard body crying, like out of nowhere. But then it wasn't out of nowhere. After I reflected on it, I was like, yo, I didn't realize how much I had in me. Like in my heart chakra, my throat chakra, my crown chakra. Like it was such a very powerful release. And it made me see like, I never associated crying with weakness. I always associated crying just as a human emotion, a human thing. I never... that's not what I'm saying. What I'm just saying that like it wasn't a forced cry. It wasn't a reason. It was like a
release.
It was like it was like it was like screaming. You know what I mean? It was this, and that's why I'm not surprised that the men in the support group are talking and
Mm-hmm.
really being, vocal, because like we have a lot to talk about, and a lot of times, unfortunately, because of people not understanding the emotional availability, we can't even talk to our spouses or our significant others, or vice versa. The women
Mm-hmm.
can't talk with us either, because we don't understand that a lot of times we should be listening, not to respond, but
Mm-hmm.
listening is to listen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And because at the end of the day, it's about perspective. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just like our show, it's about perspective. It's not about
Yeah.
always right or wrong. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
things are not absolute. Some things about just perspective. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what? That's the good thing is the space is like is respected. No matter how you feeling, we give that respect.
Yep.
Even like you said, even on the show, the support group, whatever. I just think people just need to know that it's okay. And we always say it is okay. You know how I say it's okay to not be okay, but you know what? We actually put it up a notch. We say it's okay to not be okay, but it is not okay to stay not okay. And so we got to make sure that, if there are things there available, please seek it. Get the help you need, or maybe it's within, maybe it's like, and I always say this,
It
you might
starts
want
within. It starts
it
within.
starts
It's
within.
not
Yeah.
until you recognize you need some support and some help. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I agree with you. It is okay. I done had days where I done laid in the bed and it felt good to do nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I know I couldn't
I
sit
love
there,
it.
and but I knew I couldn't sit there and do
Yeah.
nothing, because then that transitions into a whole nother
Yeah,
mindset.
that's a
You know what I
whole
mean?
different one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, so I over agree with you, but it again, it starts
Hmm.
with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like it starts
Yeah.
with the person in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It,
Yeah, and that was so powerful to hear them say, like, it's okay. Like, how like I said, I always say it's okay to not be okay, but they took it up a notch and they were like, but it's not okay to
stay
stay.
there. No,
Like
definitely
stay
not.
there for a long
Definitely not.
time. I mean, yes,
Definitely
you have your moment, but we have to understand, like you just said, being a village, being knowing who you are, and so that says a lot to me, and that was so powerful. But that's what you get out of the groups when you're talking and you want to listen, because I find out that I learn so much just out of it every time,
And it's not an age thing. And what I like about the
not an
group
age
is
thing.
it's not an age. You can learn from young, old, whatever. Like we learn from each other. Like, you know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and it's just I'm thankful that the universe took you down that
Yeah.
path. You know what I mean? Because that's needed. But again, what's most important part about it is it's needed with people that look like you in front of you, talking with you,
Hmm.
and not talking at you or trying to diagnose you or trying
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it
Sometimes
ain't
it's just like you just need to release.
everything is not a diagnosis. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like everything is not, some things are just like forgiving yourself, giving yourself grace, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And understanding that that's part of this process. It's part of
Part
the
of the
story.
process.
It's
Yeah.
part of the story. It's not the story. A lot of people
Yeah.
make their pain and their
Look
past
at you.
the
Look at
story.
you.
You know what I mean? This is what I've been doing. I've been like Angie, I'm not gonna lie, what I've been doing, I really been looking at the man in the mirror. Like I really been looking at the shadow, I've
Hmm.
been looking at the reflection. I've been, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been really tapping into that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I'm
Like,
excited about this season. Hello.
yeah, like
'Cause
it's gonna be
listen,
ill.
we
It's gonna
both
be
we
ill.
both on fire.
It's gonna be ill. It's gonna be
Can
ill.
let me say this real quick. Everybody's listening. Everybody's listening. I just want to give a big, huge shout out to our producer, Diamond K. Like I know, Brother Nance said it earlier, but he has been on fire. Very supportive in the community. Love all that he's doing, and so we got to make sure that we support, this platform as well. The On Fire Television. He has other, things that are going on in the community and things that he's doing just with his platform. But I'm so honored to be back another season with him, and that's how I feel. Season 6 is going to be amazing. I don't know what I got to look at what number 6 mean, but six going to be good. For me, and particularly, it was needed to take a little break, but like I said, just on fire.
So
And
so
just wanted to throw that out to Diamond K.
so 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 being that you said that, right? So now
Uh-oh.
being that you're not
Uh-oh,
running.
wait a minute. What you about to say? The number?
No,
Oh,
no, no, no,
okay.
no. I'm about to say, being that you said that, being that you're not running for any political office this
I'm going for Central Committee, but no, I'm not going anything else.
all right, but so the Central Committee limit you talking about certain topics?
No, I can talk about topic. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you can talk about anything. So you can talk about like the marijuana laws and the things like
Yeah,
that.
we actually can have, those that are pushing it. We got Senator Jill Carter is a sponsor. We can have her on. So is the
Yeah,
sky's the limit.
I definitely wanna. Yeah, I wanna really get into some constructive conversations so people can really understand what's about to happen. There's a lot going on, in particular in Maryland, as far as laws and
Hmm.
things are changing, and you know what I mean. Like even down to like I'm looking at. I've been riding around the city, but I've been looking at like I forgot the name of the website, but it shows you where all the speed cameras are at, right?
Hmm.
It is really it's a tragedy
Yeah,
for those
the
people.
areas that are
Like,
in.
it is a, I mean, it is just mind boggling to me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's like to me, it's like the camera's there to catch like pictures of speeding, but like, what about what I mean? We got cameras all over the city. Like, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother show. But
Yeah,
like,
we can talk about it. That's a different show.
but we
Yeah.
are under surveillance on multiple levels. We're not under surveillance just
Hmm.
by camera. We're under surveillance by our phones tracking us. Like,
Yeah.
do you know that Google? Like, I went on my phone. It showed me everywhere I've been at, how long I was there. I had to remove that thing off my phone because, like,
Yeah.
not because I'm doing anything crazy. It was just like that's too much access. You
Tasha
know
said she want Tasha. Listen, we are. Hey, girl.
what?
Hey.
What
Tasha said she
conversation,
want to be
Tasha? So what
included.
conversation,
Yeah,
Tasha,
which
talking about?
one? Which one? But she maybe the marijuana one. She said she wanted to be included in the conversation. Monty, thank you for tuning in. She says Monty says yes. So I don't know which one they're saying yes to. I hope it's not a delay, but definitely anytime we're having these topics, we'll have a flyer together. We'll let you know in advance, and we want you to be there with your popcorn ready, right? and
The H2O. We
your
promote.
and your and your H2O.
Yeah, we promoting water. We promoting water. Black people
I ain't
drink
doing no
water.
wine today.
That might be a new hashtag. Black people drink
Yeah,
water.
For Lent, I gave it all up, right?
Yeah,
But
you gotta
no,
drink water.
water's really good. And we're gonna talk about healthy living as well.
Absolutely.
I feel everybody talk about everything. So we're back and we got a lot to say. We're gonna talk our
Hey, yo,
brother
cussing
man.
this season. Yo, it's cussing this season. That's
I
what's
said
up.
I said it.
That's what's up. Welcome to the real world.
Yes, listen, listen. We are so of course everybody should know that we have an election come June. So I'm looking forward to having some candidates there. We also have some things in session, like Brother Nance said about the marijuana and some other things going
That's
on.
a big one.
The
That's a big
session is
one.
going on now, about
That's
to
a
come to
big
an
one.
end, but
That's a big one.
we can still be talking about these things, and I think we need to make sure that we have these topics in the
And
community.
people need to be prepared. Like, why do you think it's so many people opening up little smoke shops
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
tobacco shops now? Because they preparing. We need to prepare too. This way we need to get corner stores and this, that, and the third. Because once it become on that level, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be able to really just do how they do in different areas. I've been
yeah.
to different states, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Hmm.
it's a different wave, you know what I mean? And also I just want us to be prepared and don't be like, yo, we got left out again. No, if you're not paying attention, you will get left out
Hmm.
if you're not preparing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I got a brick and mortar in the middle of a pandemic. Has it been have we been knocking it out the park? No. But I
Mhm.
know that we got to stick to the course because I'm preparing for what's about to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want to just inform people like, yo, keep don't not read the newspaper. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
All right. Don't not read the newspaper. Don't get all
We
your
have
information from the
we
internet.
have to be engaged. That's it. And I mean that goes from the election to the things that is being coming to our area, these special interests. When we see a trend in another state, just know it's probably trending down to us. Like we have to follow it and we have to be a people that's being engaged. And I know some people say, "Oh, I'm not into politics," but politics is in everything. Even when Brother Nance talked about marijuana, like that is something that a politician, a lawmaker is going to pass.
Politicians are getting money off of it. Their
So,
friends are getting money off
well,
of it.
I
You
mean
best to bet it.
That too, possibly, but
That's synthetic.
I'm saying that it starts there. So as much as we may not want to be into politics, we have to make sure that we understand that it is in everything just about that we do, down even down to the schools. Like we just have to be more engaged as a
More vigilant. You gotta
community.
be more vigilant and not just be protesting and
Oh
walking. Like
yeah,
I'm not doing. I'm
after things
personally not
are done
doing no
too.
more. Me personally, I'm
That's
not doing no more protest. I'm not doing no more walking. I'm not doing no more. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing no more protesting. You know what I mean? Like it's time to be vigilant with our actions
Yeah, and
and
proactive. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with protesting. I mean, don't let me just say, there's nothing wrong with protesting. You know what I mean? If that's what you
Mhm.
need to do to express yourself, please do it. Some people have to do that.
Yeah.
I've done that already. I'm not doing that no more. I'm on the other side of the community wave. Like I'm trying to be at the table with the people that are divvying out the money for these grants and all these other services. Like I
Hmm.
want to be at the table for that, or I want to create the table to give out the money. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
create our own philanthropic community of black excellence and black wealth. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me
I can
started.
dig
And
it.
you already know, don't get me started. And I don't really like
Ah,
talking about stuff. I like doing stuff.
yes. Listen, I was just trying to look on here. It was like with the number 6. I'm still trying to find it, but balance and harmony. I'm really ready to, just everything that we have been waiting for. I know it can be a rocky year already when we think about all the bad, but I hope that this show will be something that will inspire you, and it will allow you to know that you're not alone, and that we will be resourceful. I want to make sure that R.T.V, the Restoring the Village, is resourceful to the community and continues to be that way, should I say. We are talked about. People have. I know during the time I've been down, with not doing the show, people are asking when, and I'm really excited to just put it back out there. And I'm sure Brother Nance may have had some good feedback too. But we want to continue that. We want people to know to come and tune in every Monday. Again, this is season 6. Is a reminder up at the top, and that right there really just inspires me. It's inspiring to know when you are committed to something, right? When you are, that's a dedication. That is something that should be commended as well.
Thank you
That
for
we
rolling with me,
do.
Angie. I know I ain't been the easiest person to roll with. You know what I mean? I disappears. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to let you down. I'm not going to disappear this season. You know what I mean?
Look, I was like, Brother Nance, can you do 7 o'clock Mondays?
I
Well,
gotta.
I gotta make sure I get back on his schedule, guys. So far, I'm on there. Have y'all seen the flyer? If you see it, please share the flyer. As I stated, it's every Monday. Make sure when we're doing these things. Put on your schedule if you need be. If not, we're gonna share it out. But we're hoping, if you know anybody that wants to come on the show, or someone that you like to have us spotlight,
I do
make
want
sure
to.
you send it out.
I do want to do something with like black authors that did like children's books.
Yeah,
I do want to do something. I do want to bring back some of the authors that we had, or do an authors roundtable. Even if we got to do even if we got to have like
sounds
multiple,
good.
even if we had like multiple
Yeah.
people on the show at the
Hmm.
same time and just doing like a roundtable. Because I really want to, being that I've gotten back into like tutoring and education world, like I really want to get back to the basics. Like, and we really gotta encourage. Like we got to encourage our children to want to be smart. Like we got
Yeah.
to encourage our children to want to read
To
and want to,
read.
you know what I mean? Like because right now our students and our children are being entertained by cell phones,
By
social media.
nonsense
They're being
sometimes.
they're being entertained. You know what I mean? They're not using it. I'm not gonna say all, but some
Yeah.
are not using it to for the information to power them up. They're just being entertained by the
Yeah.
wrong things, and it's like I don't want no one to be entertained, and if you can't read, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
we need to be, I wanna. That's why I said I want to do like a educators roundtable.
Mhm.
I want to do can't be asleep at the wheel. Yeah,
Hey, Angela. Listen, I didn't want to shout you out while he was talking. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you for tuning in. That's right. You can't be asleep at the wheel. We gotta be there.
yeah,
I
we
think that's,
gotta be.
I think
We
it's just a
gotta be.
delay.
No, we gotta. We really gotta. To me, the old school things of education, for us, flashcards and
Mm-hmm.
muscle memory and repetitiveness and writing words down and writing sentences. Like, to me, those things, even if they're taken out the school, they should never have been or never should be ever taken out the home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we all have busy lives. I know. But them, that 5 or 15 minutes or 10 minutes, it makes a world of a difference in a
Yeah.
child's educational journey in life for you just paying attention. You
Mm-hmm.
not paying attention makes them not want to pay attention. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Oh, I ain't got
We're
one money.
becoming too busy. Like
Yeah, I
we're
mean, like, I'm
yeah.
too busy, or no, or not paying attention. If no one's paying attention to your stuff, then you don't have to always do it. You don't have to,
Yeah.
what I mean? It can be brushed to the side because there's no accountability. And then, like I said
Yeah.
again, it's not a knock on nobody. It's just reality. You know what I mean?
Reality.
It's just a reality that we live in. And I'm, like I said again, I'm just trying to give a solution. Like, you can do flashcards at dinner. You can do flashcards while you're watching TV. You can do
Mhm.
flashcards in the car. You can say, if they don't want them to write a sentence, say a sentence. If they say the sentence wrong,
Mhm.
correct them and add on to the sentence so they can learn how to say. And once you learn how to speak, you learn how to write. You learn how to write. You learn how to
Right.
speak. It all go together. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
my 7-year-old, we're out in the store while we were driving, and we went past the Timonium Fairgrounds, and she saw a cat show or something. So I was just like, "A cat show?" And she was like, "Yeah, I know it says cat show. I know how to read." I was like, "I wasn't even saying you don't know how to read. I was just saying that it's a cat show there, and I'm just,
And you
surprised."
should be very happy that
But
she
I
could.
was but yeah, her little smart mouth. And then after I was, I was happy afterwards, but her little smart mouth. But look, I was really excited because what I see is that even when we're in stores, I see her picking up the words.
Yes,
We
yes.
went to another store and she saw something, I think it was click the something, I don't know, whatever it was, and she was like, it click, and I see it and I
And
said,
she
wow,
wanted to. And the thing about it, she
she's
wants to read. She
interested.
wants to
Yeah.
do it. You know what I'm
So I'm
saying?
really
That's the
excited.
that's
Yeah.
the key. She
Yeah.
wants to
So,
do it.
I'm
She
really
wants to
excited
do
that
it.
they're back in the schools. I see a great interest. I see, schools are trying, or at least the, resources they have there. And I just encourage everybody. And I guess I say that to say, just encouraging everybody. We can be busy, but like most of these PTA meetings and parent meetings, like they're either, if they're not hybrid or they're not online fully, I meant to say they're hybrid, and like we have to make sure that we take advantage. Like anyone can, most of us can pull up on our phone or at least go back to it to find out what they talked about. Even with City Hall or any other things, following a bill. I just think that we just all have to kind of make some kind of, notion. Now, it won't be everything you want to follow, but there are some things. Like schools just did a school budget meeting, and there's not even a lot of parents in some of these schools that
Yeah,
attended.
man. Yeah, yeah. We
And
got
this
a
is
budget
important
meeting
because you
Wednesday.
you could have been at the table to say, I want this at the school, you know?
But if you don't see the importance in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we having a budget meeting I think Wednesday at my
yeah,
school. And
yeah,
hopefully we'll get a good turnout. You
yeah,
know what I mean? But like, but if you don't feel as though it's important, you know what I mean, then you won't, you know what I mean, you
yeah,
won't see, or if you don't know that your voice at the table is can make a difference. Like us not filling out the census is
yeah.
why in Fells Point I got
And I,
5 that's why in Fells Point
yeah,
and in Canton we got 5 supermarkets. You know why? Because
yeah,
everybody around here filled out the census saying we need
yeah.
markets, we need this, we need a
Can,
gym, we need
can I
that.
talk about the census real quick?
No, for real though, Angie. Like for
No, no,
real.
no. I'm saying that's important. Like you're right. I was talking to somebody about the census and they were like, oh, I didn't even do it. I'm like, wow.
And
You know
then
how many
wonder why
people that
we
just
don't.
didn't.
Wonder why we didn't. Wonder why we marginalize our own self too. You know what I mean? By not doing some of the shit because they over survey us.
Listen, thank you. Ms. Farmer says, absolutely. I taught my nephew to read with hook on phonics 20 minutes a day while
That's
making
right. That's
dinner.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Teacher's job is to teach us how to learn. You learn at home. They teach you how to learn in school, but they teach you really get taught at home. You know what I mean?
Brother Nance, I even want to just put that out to others. Like, for ourselves to read, take a moment. That's actually what I like. I don't know last time I really turned the TV on,
I
but
love reading
I usually
books.
just I'll pull a book. I'm gonna probably show you what I've been reading, but it's been setting boundaries and finding peace. That's the name of the book. but very, very informative. And you actually was talking about how we should have some kind of like book um club thingy in a sense.
Oh, God is so good. Oh,
What?
God is so good. It's a book I'm reading, and I opened it up. You know what I mean? It's about
I see some money in there too.
yeah, like it's some
Oh, is
money
that
in
what you're
there,
talking
like
about?
you know what I mean. So I'm
Oh, wait
like,
a minute. Wait a minute. He got a whole
God
lot of
loves
money
me.
going
God,
on.
God loves me. God loves
You
brother
didn't
Nate.
know it was
You know
there?
what I mean? He knows.
You
He
forgot it was
knows.
there? But yeah, I was just gonna say, helping us to, and I think that slows us down too. I think we need to be slowed down. We move too fast, we move too much, and we need that moment. I don't care if it's walking, working out, reading a book, doing a puzzle. Like we need to slow our minds down.
Slow
But that's what we're
down.
gonna talk about. That's part of self care, and that's
Slow down.
slow down.
Slow down. Diamond K, if you had that plan
If I
right
had a
now, that'd be
song,
hot. That'd be hot,
I
Diamond
don't
K.
know
You'd
because
be the greatest
I
producer.
don't want it to be cut off if we play a certain song.
Nah, but you know what? You're right, Angie. Like, and that's what I had to realize. Like, slowing down, sitting, being in stillness. You know what I mean? And not just like some people can do absolute silence. Like, I need like some positive music. Let me see. What's that?
You see it?
Let boundaries.
Set boundaries, find peace, a guide to
Yes,
reclaiming yourself. This
yes,
is an excellent book.
yes,
That's
yes.
what I've been diving into.
Set those boundaries.
They
Open
do
them.
exercises and like just talking. It's about yourself. It's talking about trauma. It's talking about everything. It's talking about things we don't want to talk about, but it's needed for our healing. So
It is.
I talk about that all the time. Also, if you do, because I know we coming down our little time, like an hour went fast, didn't it? But if anybody would like to do the support group, you come on in on Thursdays at 7 p.m. And it's an awesome time. We're also on a private group on Facebook with the R.T.V support group. And again, if you're not following us on the R.T.V radio shows page, please go on there as well. You'll see all of the shows from the past on there. Even if you hashtag RTV show, you'll find all of the shows on there as well. I'm really excited about this season. Season 6 is going to be like no other. I'm not just saying it. I really want you all to come on in and get some. Yes, Angela says, Miss Jones said self awareness and mindfulness. Yes, Liz, the mindfulness that's the key there. But the slow down, you got to slow down, right?
Slow down.
But then also we want to make sure that we also supporting again on Fire Television. So he's on Instagram as
Oh, it's
well.
on Fire Television now.
Yeah, it's just so he's so.
OFT.
I love
Ah,
him. Like man, that was like 10 hours ago.
oh, but I didn't even catch it until just
I
now. Until I looked
see.
up in the
It's
right
okay.
corner. Okay,
It's
on
okay. It's
Fire
all right, brother.
Television. Okay, so I like how the fact that we're going from radio to TV. These faces definitely belong on the tube, like Martin said. This face belong on the Tizu. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
yeah,
I had a long day, so this face getting ready to lay down soon. Listen, I don't know about the time, but the time going forward, I'm still
mess me
catching
up,
up.
mess me up, mess me up, mess me
Yeah.
up. I ain't even gonna
So
lie. Like, I was like, oh my God.
you probably see it in my eyes, but
But I ain't gonna lie. That means to me, I'm happy because that means we're gonna get more sun,
oh, I
and we
love
need
that
the
part.
sun.
I'm
Like
not.
I need the sun, and my plants. I can't wait to get my plants back out in my backyard. Like
Another
my
man.
plants
You know
are
I'm a
suffering.
plant mom now.
Oh, Angie, I hope you got a snake plant. You
I
can't
have
kill
a
a snake.
I have a snake, a ZZ, uh, um, a aloe vera,
Okay, okay,
and
okay.
I forgot the other one. I gotta show
Well,
you a picture. I
well,
don't
you
know
got
the name.
plants that if you kill any of those plants, then you don't need to. Those like the snake plant thrives when you neglect it.
Oh yeah.
But you
Well, I just
can't
do it once
neglect
a
it too
week.
much because I neglected mine one time, and
We're
like
gonna talk about that too one day.
two of my snake plants. And then we know we can bring the girl from the Urban Plants, the black sister that started Urban Plants.
Okay.
We got an Urban Plant store on Fate Street. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, like, so I was. I mean, I think it's Fate Street or Fate
I'm
Avenue.
pumped up. I'm the one who kills all my plants. Or I have not tried to have one at home. So now I got them in my living room. It smells good. It's so refreshing.
Yeah, like plants just does your atmosphere right, man. Like,
Yeah. We
taking
should
care
have
of
a plant.
taking care of something outside yourself, and
Yeah.
plants will let you know when you neglect, they'll start drooping over. They'll
I
start, you know what I mean?
know.
But it's amazing just to watch when you're caring for something outside of yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
something that's not talking to you, saying, "Hey, I need this." Rest and relax. Sleep is not the same as rest and learn to learning to unplug is the
I
key.
talk about unplugging
Learning to
all the time.
unplug.
Talk about
Dim
that
your
one
phone.
lesson.
Get off. Yes. Oh my God. That is like I got a timer on my phone.
Hey, TJ. I, can't wait to get garden. Yes, garden is
Yes.
good.
Yes. I
TJ,
can't wait to
you
get
gotta
my
come on the
garden
show
time.
one day again. Did you come on the show? I don't know. I just know we've done some stuff together, but we would love to have you on. But yeah, garden is good. I don't know if I have the garden and green thumb, but I'm a plant mom, and that's a start.
Go ahead, Angie. You got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think it's gonna be addictive, so I might find another plant stand and get another. Oh, you
I
know
got
what? I have a money tree, and that's not doing well.
no. You gotta. You can't overwater it. You gotta put like
I
an ice. You
know.
gotta just put an ice cube on that every week. Like if you pick your day,
Yeah.
like every Friday, I put an ice cube on my joint and let it just melt,
Okay.
and then that's good.
So that one's not doing well. It's at work, and it also wasn't getting the best light. So that was another thing. Now I'm a little better. But
Yeah.
anyway, we are coming to a conclusion. I know we started a little late. I was having technical difficulties, but I am looking forward. As you see, the excitement is there. Rather, I'm a little tired of that, but the excitement is there. I'm very excited to be back with the on the show, and being your host here is just something that I just cannot explain. I've been very excited to be able to bring some great people on. We're looking forward to doing that. Again, we're going to be here every Monday at 7 p.m.
We
on the
may do
On
some
Fire
shows at the cafe. We
television.
may do some shows at the cafe. Invite some of the guests to the cafe. We may do some
Yes,
shows at the
yes.
cafe.
We gotta make sure to serve the internet
Oh, my internet is popping.
is good.
Shout
Okay.
out, shout out to Comcast. We won the
I
no
got
shout out.
Comcast. I had to
No,
restart
listen,
my
shout out the
computer.
Comcast Rise program. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
support the small business. They paying for our internet for a whole year.
Oh,
You know what I
good.
mean? So yeah, so like everything's good. You know, shout out to Comcast, baby.
Um, they were on my list. I'm trying to start a brand new relationship with them.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. So again, make sure you all tune in. Again, we're going to be here every Monday at 7 p.m. You may see some guests, co-host, well, guest hosts, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Mr. Edwards, I didn't know you all were on there. Thank you for tuning in. We have to have you come on too, brother. Edwards. We talk about mental health. I love all the stuff you're putting out there and all the stuff you're doing for our youth and for our community when it comes to mental health. If you don't know this good brother, make sure you all tune in to the things that he's doing. But anyway, every time I'm getting ready to say it, I get sidetracked. Listen, it's okay, right? It's all right to go over a little bit. But anyway, I wanted
Angie,
to
we got
say
like eight. Angie, we got like 8 minutes left. Like, what are you
no,
talking?
we do not. We
We
can't go
got
off the
seven
time
minutes
we
left. It's
started. We started
52.
late.
You got to look at the time on the
I
live.
know, but we
I mean,
started late.
this
That
is
was
season
my
6, Angie. This is season 6. You should know that by now. This is season
no.
6.
We
It
have to.
don't matter when we started. It's about the 60-minute
We are a
plateau.
7 to 8. 7 to 8 time management. I was late because I had to restart. Look at his face. Look at his face, y'all.
Okay, but I mean, I respect your perspective, but my perspective is actually
You're looking at 1 hour.
yeah, my perspective is on
But we
more
would have started
logical
15 minutes
aspect.
late. No, I'm not fooling with you. We are going to end it. See, I think we just missed each other too much here.
So I
But
want to say pull up on the cafe, Legendary Lifestyle Cafe, 1301 North Broadway. If you're in Baltimore,
pull
if
up.
you in the county or surrounding area and you want a juice subscription, visit our
Yeah.
website. Thank you, Diamond K. www.legendarylifestylecafe.com. You know, please, 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 let's take our health, a little serious. Let's let us help guide you, to where you want to go. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'd rather pay now than pay later. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, start with preventative things than to have to fight. You know what I mean? When it's time to, your body help heals and self regulates itself. So come to Legendary Lifestyle Cafe. We're a great working space. For those that need to work somewhere, we got great Wi-Fi, great energy, great atmosphere. You know what I mean? Come through. The weather's about to break, so just wanted to get that little shameless plug about the cafe. So yeah.
The weather is beautiful. May I
Well,
add?
actually, the weather has been confusing, but
It has been. We don't know.
it's all God's time. It's all God's weather, so
Yes.
I accept all of it. But
Yes.
definitely was like, yes, God, we got the
This
sun
morning from
outside, and then it was like, bung, we got snow, and then the day it was like, yes, I can wear a vest and a little thin sweater. Yes, we're getting close to the spring. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But like, I'm glad that come darkness bursts life. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I want to switch the narrative of darkness being a negative thing and being darkness being a positive thing,
Mhm.
for us to rebirth and to you know um, shine our light to the world. But we have to go dark and deal with our shadows, in order to put our light out here in the world. So you know what I mean.
He's really
That's
trying
the
to get
brother Nance. That's the brother
he's
Nance.
really trying to get the whole 60.
You know what I mean? Like, that was the brother Nance quick fact of the
Okay.
motivation, inspiration of the day. You dig?
This tells you that he missed me. He missed you
Uh,
guys.
I
but
just miss
it,
I just miss my throat chakra being clogged up, and because I don't really get into back and forth with the Facebook debates and all that. Like I don't do all that. So
yeah,
just having a platform where I can just speak honestly and be truthful, and hopefully my words are
yeah.
guided by the Most High. My words are guided by the Most High, and I hope that we can inspire and encourage someone or the community to do the work that we need to do for ourselves first. You know what I mean?
Okay. Brother Nance is all right, but listen, I'm going to put it in because I'm doing the time
Hey,
management here.
hey, do your time management. It's
But
all good.
please tune in next Thursday at 7. I mean, next Thursday. Lord, that's the support group. Please
See,
tune
next
in
Monday.
next
She talking about
Monday
me
at
Monday at
7.
7 o'clock
That's
on
how you
Five
know I'm.
Television with Angie, brother Nance, the
Yes, so please
R.T.V.
tune
show.
in. We are going to we are seeking any women why it's still Women History Month. I think I like that idea. Maybe we could bring in some women to highlight or spotlight some kind of way. And then there's a multitude of topics we would love to have, as well as some candidates to talk about their platform. So tune in again every Monday at 7 p.m. with Brother Nance and myself and on the On Fire television on the R.T.V radio show. Thank you guys, and we'll see you all next Monday.
Peace and power to the people. You already know.